We have some wonderful recipes today that are great for cancer prevention. We're here with Melissa, and we're going to be making veggie dumplings and cabbage lo mein, and we're going to start with the veggie dumplings.
All right, we have our hot stock pot right here. We're going to add a little bit of oil, and we're also going to add some chopped celery, as well as some onion. And we'll just wait till this becomes tender.
Okay. So we're starting out with some great veggies that have some good phytochemicals, and phytochemicals are really helpful in the prevention of cancer. So we've got the onion and the celery, and really when we talk about most fruits and vegetables, they all can play a role in helping to prevent cancer. Phytochemicals, the phyto just means plant, and the chemical just means a compound that we find in plant foods that can be very helpful in preventing cancer.
That's right.
Starting to smell good.
Now we're going to go ahead and add our kidney beans, and these have been drained.
Great. And they're, of course, another plant source food.
That's right.
And they are a good source of protein and iron and fiber as well.
And you can also use any other kind of bean, such as garbanzo bean or black bean.
Okay, great.
Now we're going to add some water.
And beans, of course, are a great protein alternative to meat. A lot of us eat too much meat, though it certainly has its place, but beans are a good plant source option when we can substitute that for meat.
That's right. Now we're going to add some garlic, basil for a little bit more flavor, cayenne pepper, rosemary, and 1 bay leaf.
All right, starting to smell really good now, all those flavors coming together.
We also have some soy sauce and 1 chicken bouillon cube.
All right.
We're just going to mix that together and let it come to a boil.
Okay.
All right, now we're going to go ahead and make our dumplings.
Okay.
We have some flour, and then we're just going to add some water gradually. And we just want to mix this in so it becomes to a doughy consistency, and some parsley for a little bit of color.
Great. You know what I love about this recipe is that it's mostly focused on the vegetables and the plant source foods. Usually when we think about dumplings, it has some sort of a meat with it, like chicken and dumplings or something, but we've kind of put this spin on it to have the beans with the dumplings, and it tastes great.
That's right.
And we've got more veggies, which of course we're focusing on more vegetables to help with the prevention of cancer. So it's a fun alternative.
And as I mentioned, you just want to mix this in really well to make sure all the flours absorb the water.
Okay.
And we have some pre-made. So it looks about just like this.
Okay.
And what you want to do is you want to flour your cutting board. We're going to roll these out and then cut them into the dumpling size.
All right.
Just want to take a little pinch off and put it on your cutting board and just roll it out. And this is also a really good activity for kids if they want to get into the kitchen and help a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that's a great point.
Do that as well.
And usually anytime you can get kids involved with food preparation, they're more likely to try new foods, especially when we're trying to get them to eat healthier foods. So this looks like a fun one.
And you want them just about the size of your pinky.
Okay.
And then we'll cut them up.
When we talk about using vegetables and veggie type recipes, when we're thinking about cancer prevention, raw is always best, but what we know is that's important is that even if it's cooked, we're getting a lot of the benefits too. So the less we cook it, the more it preserves the phytochemicals, the vitamins, and all of that, but there's still a lot of great nutrition in there even when we cook it.
That's right.
So a lot of people get worried, I know sometimes, are we cooking it too much? Are we destroying the nutrients? But, you know, even cooked, any kind of fruits and vegetables, more matters. What we want to do is just eat more.
That's right. And this recipe has a lot of vegetables in it, so that helps.
Right, absolutely.
Now what we want to do is just cut these into small pieces.
Okay.
Just like this. And as I mentioned, this is another great place where you can get your kids involved, give them a plastic knife.
Looks fun.
And they can cut these up. We have some already prepared, And we have tossed these in some flour so they don't stick together quite as much.
Okay.
And when the sauce or the stock has come to a boil, we'll just add these in there and let it boil for about 20 minutes.
Okay.
All right, well, it's come to a boil now,
Okay.
so it's time to put in our dumplings.
Great.
Just toss these in there.
You know, another thing that's great about this recipe is that it's low fat, and it's thought that a low fat diet can be really helpful in preventing cancer, and especially, you know, when you're consuming an appropriate amount of calories.
That's right.
So,
And we just want to put a lid on this
okay.
and let it boil for about 20 minutes, and
Sounds
it'll
good.
be ready.